Hopefully I don't sink it too bad.
You shouldn't. The couch doesn't really sink in.
Yeah, well, I'm fat.
So,
very cool. So we're going to discuss Marvel Rivals and...
Good.
Probably anything else we think of.
Anything else we can think of in general? Alright. Okay, cool.
Are you going to give us our intro?
I will. So here we are with a new episode of Pints and Pages. I'm Nick.
I'm hungover.
I'm Levi.
And as you can notice, we removed the table and we put in a couch. This isn't going to be our permanent space. Couch really doesn't fit the room, but we will be in the process. We're going to be in the process of moving, switching rooms. So right now we're just kind of sitting on the couch.
You guys don't know. I've looked on the camera. It's really hard to tell how bad it looks. But
Oh, okay.
The fucking.
I'm glad that the camera doesn't.
Line up.
Yeah, I'm glad that the camera doesn't make it look so bad. But yeah,
The pillows help that.
The pillows help. So we're just kind of gonna chill because
They can't see my massive stack of comics all the way in the back though.
Jesus Christ.
This podcast, maybe the next one, depends on how quick. Levi and I have 12 days off here coming up in the next week.
But that's not until after the next podcast.
So yeah, we'll probably get it moved then.
Good luck to you guys.
But yeah,
off for so long, I can't fucking handle that shit.
It'll be interesting. At least we'll get
this
to waste.
fucker gets it as vacation days and paid.
Yeah.
I do not.
At least there will be a full day of us taking everything out of my room and then putting it in the kitchen to move all this shit into that room, and then vice versa. So at least we'll be able to waste a day doing all that fun bullshit. Yeah. So I don't know if it's fun, but it'll at least be.
It can be fun.
We'll make it fun or something.
I'll go fucking buy beer at the liquor store and I'll make it fun.
Yeah, we'll do something.
Yeah. I'm off for 12 days. That's 12 days of drinking.
So
not really, but I'm going to say that.
So we, so before we get started with Marvel Rivals, because I know we're all going to talk about it because we've been playing it.
I was going to say, I've put 45 hours into the game since today marks day 10 that it's been out.
Day 10.
I don't know how many hours I got.
I know. The only hours I have.
It to me.
The only hours I have are whatever I play with you guys, because I don't know
6.
I don't know that I'll ever play without you guys. I don't know that I'll have fun with a bunch of people that I don't know just pissing me off and screaming into my ears.
That's the main reason I kind of.
So I don't know if console's different or if your experience has been different. Even in competitive on PC, it is like a ghost town.
Yeah, I've heard one human.
Oh,
and that was the one guy that bitched at me.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's my biggest complaint about competitive specifically is I can't get communication. So you either do good or you do bad, and no one listens to anybody.
Dude, nobody fucking replies, acknowledges, nothing. And it's like, I wonder if they do that in real life and then get nothing back from people their entire fucking life, so it seems normal to them to do everywhere, including your video games. But I'm pretty sure, like, if you need to get something accomplished, you have to fucking communicate it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, how the fuck did they get their computer turned on? Like, if they're not smart enough to communicate, how the fuck did they even get the shit installed?
Right.
Because, like, I just don't fucking get it.
Yeah, I don't understand it. So last night they brought back Saturday night's main event.
Yes.
WWE did.
And you made your predictions. How did your predictions go?
Predictions were terrible. I predicted that. Actually, my predictions were not far off. I said Drew McIntyre would win by DQ. He won, but it wasn't by DQ. I said Chelsea Green would win the U.S. title. She did. I said Cody would win. He did. But I also said Randy Orton would come out, and he didn't.
Is that the clips I've been seeing against Kevin Owens?
Yeah, Kevin Owens attacked Cody after the cameras went off. Yeah, that's my other complaint.
So you didn't get to see that?
No, which was stupid. It's further in the storyline.
Without actually doing it.
And you didn't get to see it on the TV.
Yeah.
The show itself was very underwhelming.
Was it?
Yeah, it was very underwhelming. Nothing really shockingly happened. Liv Morgan won. No titles changed hands. Chelsea Green won the U.S. title, but it was a finals tournament for the U.S. title. So it wasn't like she
took it from someone.
somebody. No titles changed hands. There were no surprise appearances other than Jesse Body Ventura was back.
Didn't you guess that?
You couldn't pick someone a little better?
Well, it was because he hosted the first ever.
Well.
So they brought him back to do this one. He was wearing a snakeskin coat.
I've just never been a big fan of him.
Pat McAfee told him would look nice, and he said it was made out of Damien, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh, fuck. That's funny.
So I thought that was funny.
That's great.
Pat McAfee was back last night because college football season is technically over. We're heading into bowl season.
They clashed last night in Indy, or yesterday in Indy. Fucking where it's all the Purdue and fucking the college clash.
That would explain.
Yeah, that was basketball or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That explained why Lafayette was more dead than I expected it to be last night.
So
everybody was in my fucking way.
Yeah.
No, actually, we did pretty good on traffic, but like, if we would have left a half hour to an hour later, we would have been fucking sitting in our ass, locked down downtown, because it was just like everybody. The hotel was completely booked out. The entire hotel. There was a fucking auto show going on. What is it? Oh, I can't remember what the fucking name of the auto show is, but everybody was fucking down there going.
Like American Wheels or something?
No, I've been to that one. You're World of Wheels?
World of Wheels.
Okay, that one's usually at the fairgrounds, but no, this was like, it was a professional one for like suppliers, vendors.
Oh,
and
shit.
like
okay.
the high end kind of.
Oh, okay.
Fucking, not necessarily a convention for everybody to go to. It's like
one of those invite conventions.
Expo. Yeah, like a buddy of mine that went had a truck repair company and his name on his badge to get in, kind of thing.
Oh,
so
nice.
like, I think you kind of had to be
somebody,
a guy,
or
a chick.
So it wasn't a convention as much as it was a expo.
Yeah, but it was fucked back down there.
Yeah. So nothing exciting happened. I picked EO to win, and she didn't. Liv Morgan retained, and then Rhea Ripley came out, which was no big deal. I think they're wasting the women's title on Liv Morgan because, like, her and Rhea's feud doesn't need a title revolved around it.
I remember you saying that.
It would have been nice for them to give it to EO so that she could feud with somebody and make the title mean something. To me, like, I get Rhea's...
Might get her some more popularity, too, because I personally don't like her.
Like, Rhea... Like,
that's weird.
Rhea, like...
the one that spits venom, right? The Asian lady?
Yeah. No, that's Asuka.
Okay.
EO's the one that does all the jumping.
Is that the cutesy one?
Yeah.
I like that one. Never mind.
Yeah.
I like the toxic bitch.
Yeah, the Rhea doesn't really... I get that the whole reasoning for Rhea to go after Liv is because Liv took the title away from her, but, like, I feel like Liv and Rhea's feud...
It's a battle of the asses, man.
It involves more than that. And, like it's more personal than a title. So you could take the title...
My ass is better.
Yeah, you could take the title off of Liv, and that feud doesn't lose anything. So, but whatever. You know, they did what they did, and we did... I did secure a suite for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, trust me,
Yeah.
I heard.
So yeah.
Honestly,
like,
for sweet prices, I didn't think that was that bad.
So, what suite? Like, where at?
He's above the entrance.
I'm right above the
wrestlers.
I'm right above the entrance.
Okay, that's
at
what I
Lucas
was
Oil
wondering.
Stadium.
I didn't know how suites would work for an event like that. Because I always kind of wondered, do they just shut those bitches down when they have certain type of events? I didn't know you'd be able to get it for something that's not sports.
So now I know, and I have a guy. So basically what they do for events that aren't the Colts is they take all the suites, and because somebody owns those suites.
Yeah.
So what they do is they give them, so tickets went on sale for the Royal Rumble like November 10th or something. So from November 10th to December 10th, Colts suite owners had an opportunity to claim their suite.
Oh.
And if by December 10th they didn't claim it, then they were told that they were the Colts would sell their suites to any other potential buyers.
Just for the night kind of
Just
thing.
for the night.
And then once it goes back,
yeah.
next event, they get to decide.
So if like for Taylor Swift,
yeah.
they could either claim them or they could release them out.
I didn't have $400,000 for that.
So when you're saying claim them, because I've never looked into anything like that, because God, I don't know how much that shit costs other than what I know yours cost. So do people own those for the season, and so they get to just claim the seats and be like, "Hey, no, I get my tickets," or do they have to pay for it?
They would have to claim them and then pay for them.
Okay.
So it would be like I paid $400,000 for a Colts suite for the season. So I get to go to every single Colts game. But then, like, okay, we're going to have other events like U2 or Taylor Swift or
wrestling.
And they, like, say, okay, do you want your suite? Yes, I would like my suite. Okay, it's going to cost you this.
Okay. That's what I was curious
So, and if they don't quite claim them, then, like, people like me can just, the general public,
buy them.
If they can figure out how to. Because it wasn't an easy process figuring out who I needed to go to get them, but I found the way to it, and now I got a guy. Hopefully Sam, who I'm sure is listening, because he's a huge fan of the show.
Sam, we're your number one fan.
Sam helped me out and got me the thing. So, I think I get the contract from the Indianapolis Colts, like, tomorrow, and I'll sign it. So.
I'm curious of what that just don't break shit.
Yeah,
no, it's going to be like you have to play every other home game now.
It's basically
That's gonna be on the fucking bench. Like, what the fuck am I doing?
Dress and sit down there to fill it out. You know,
it's basically like a sign this so that you don't destroy, because you're going to be liable for anything you destroy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So it's
I
one
figured.
of those type things.
I just didn't know what that could mean.
But yeah,
you have to sign a fucking contract.
I gotta sign my life away. Yeah. So anyway, so I did that, and that
you can go around telling people, I just signed with the Colts.
Yeah, basically, I'm signing a Colts contract. Yeah. I signed a Colts contract today.
Take a picture, just black it all out like they do CIA files, besides the little Colts emblem at the bottom and your signature.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that because I think the matches, like, I'm sure Rhea and Liv will be at the Royal Rumble, and then the 2 Royal Rumble matches are always fantastic to watch.
Was it Liv that was in the men's? Wasn't there a female in the men's Royal Rumble last time or something big like
Nia Jax?
Nia Jax, that's who. That
wasn't I don't think that was last year. I think that was the
year before.
Like
none of the women besides Rhea. So to me, hearing names, I'm just like, maybe this one.
And because Randy Orton gave her an RKO.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So, how does it work with, like, how many people fit in them fucking suites?
So, the one we got is an 8-person. There's 8 seats. There's 6 stadium seats, like the movie, and then 2 bar stools. But then you could buy an additional 4 tickets that they call standing room only. So essentially, we can put 12 people.
Stand in the back room, like,
right? Essentially, we can put.
You guys sit down. I'll be fine.
Potentially, you can put 12 people in it.
I got you.
And just rotate seats. Like, I'm not a guy that could sit for that long anyway. Like, I'll want to be up and about and moving around.
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
I'm the same way.
Like, like I get antsy.
If I don't make a complete lap around the entire fucking stadium at every event I go to, I can't stand it. Like, I have to be able to go out the whole fucking loop.
Like, especially if I'm in the suite area, I'll want to walk around and check everything out.
Yeah, because
it's your first time.
Yeah, so
you'll
I'd start
also
poking
have,
my head in other suites like, what cool shit you got?
Yeah. Yeah, and then some celebrities gonna bitch at you. Maybe you find. I wonder if Mike Epps would be there.
Oh,
He's
that would
famous.
be
He
cool.
Lives
Yeah.
in Indy.
I wonder if
McAfee's family
they've
they're in
been.
their own
Oh,
suite.
I bet McAfee will be there for sure. Well, he'll
I
be
said his
downstairs.
family.
Yeah, he'll be down
Yeah,
at the
you go
ring.
make friends with his family, and then they're gonna be like, "Hey, look at this guy we met."
Yeah, yeah, awesome. Yeah,
Go find his child and like, "Hey, what's up, man? I'll give you some free comics,
So yeah,
free
so
toys."
I the name on the suite I put was because they asked what you wanted on the nameplate. So I put Savini Comics / bonus points / Cass County title because me and Matt and Scott all own businesses.
Crazy.
So I just put all three of our business names on the
Why not?
plate. So I figured that would be cool to take a picture of and remember that we did that. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
so I'm excited. I'm ready for it. It'll be a good time. I'm
When
sure.
is it?
February 1st, Saturday, February 1st.
Hey, you can definitely count me out on that.
So yeah, don't worry, I already did.
Well, me and Kyla were talking about it, and I was like, "Yeah, unless our work brought back overtime, there's no way in hell.
yeah,
No way in hell."
yeah. I think we have.
Not that it's like after she told me what it would be a person, it honestly isn't anywhere near as bad
It's
as
not.
I thought.
It's not that bad. I think I have 11 secured.
Oh, okay.
I think I have 11 secured. The 12th one is shaky right now, and that's only because she's in Iraq.
So how much is it?
Well, it's you'll have to beat this out.
I will.
With 12 people, it's $550 a person.
Oh, that ain't as bad as I
In total,
expected.
what I was told is $5,500 for the suite.
That's a far smaller number than I expected.
With the 12, it was up to $6,500
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because you had to purchase the extra.
because the extra 4 tickets.
Just for my sake, what time's it at?
17.
So
That's how
that's
good
I didn't think that was bad.
Why do you have to beef it out?
I just don't want people to know how much I spent on
Oh, fuck, you don't know how to flex, do you?
it. Well, maybe I do. I guess.
You gotta teach this motherfucker
I
how
was
to
gonna say,
flex
I'm
his
doing
money.
it for because he wants it.
I mean,
That's
I don't care. I mean, I guess I just
You gotta
didn't want to.
flex.
Okay.
Yeah, I fucking paid that, you bitch. You peasant cocksucker. What are you thinking?
So anyway, okay,
Either
yeah.
way, I'll leave it up to you. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we can talk about it later. But yeah, I didn't think that was bad. I didn't think that was
No.
terrible.
No, yeah, I was.
For a non-wrestling fan,
Yeah.
for a non-wrestling fan, it would be a lot of money. For
We're
a
talking
wrestling,
to a non-wrestling
for a
fan.
wrestling fan, I don't think it's a lot of money at
As
all.
a non-wrestling fan, I was expecting 5 figures, not 4.
Oh yeah. Well,
Because
when
my
you get-
brain, I'm
the
dumb.
nice part is
I'm dumb and I hear sweet and I think like $10,000+.
Well, and the weird thing is that I did the math, and like, so you get the 8-person, but you can add 4, because they call it, like I said, standing room only. Not that you can't rotate in and out seats, because it's not going to bother me at all.
right.
But you've got,
Yeah, you and Brett are gonna go fuck off and have fun, aren't you?
yeah. Well, you've got like, I did the math. There's 8, and then it jumps all the way to I think 18, 20, 22, like size of the suites.
Yeah.
But if you do the math, they're all the same price per person.
Oh, right.
You just have to find that many people.
Yeah.
So it was
or pay
all-
for the whole fucking thing yourself and be a G by yourself in a suite.
Yeah, yeah,
Fucking
but
mobbing. That's
but
what
it's
I'm gonna
all-
do that one day.
it's all
Buy a 50
You know,
man
even
suite and
if
sit by
you're-
yourself.
if
The
you're
Super Bowl.
if you're buying a 25-person suite, it's still, if we didn't add the people, it was $670 a person. But we added the 4 people and then divided it up, so it made it a little bit easier.
But also, you gotta remember. I mean, I guess you're still dividing up per person, but people are paying for more than one person. Like Matt's
Correct.
paying. Alright.
Right?
I didn't know if you divide, like how you guys divided it up.
Is he
Yeah,
bringing the boys and everyone?
Yeah, Katia, the boys.
yeah, and then Scott.
Dude, that'll
Vaughn.
be so awesome for them.
And Brett and possibly Aubrey. If she can't come home, if she can't get home before then I'll have an extra ticket.
When's she supposed to be getting home?
She's supposed to get home she's supposed to leave the 3rd.
Okay, she ain't making it back. She has the worst luck with planes. This is.
We love Aubrey, but
I don't want to jinx her. But if she happens to hear this, that's what are you guys thinking?
Well,
you might as well
Brett, bring this up.
Yeah,
yeah.
We'll go if I win the lottery first.
But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited for sure because it'll be if you look at it, so in a year span, not even a year span, but in a year span, I have gotten a divorce, and since my divorce, I have sat ringside at a Raw, and now I'm gonna sit at a suite.
You hosted an event. You've met several celebrities too. All this shit's after.
Yeah.
Just remember how much you've been able to accomplish because you don't have a dumbass by your side.
So, and then I got
that's not anti-marriage, it's anti the person.
So it's now I'm gonna sit at a suite in a big floor event. So I'm excited, and I'm hoping that I can keep contact with Sam because he said he might be at the event, and if he is, he's gonna stop by. And you know how especially me, Matt, and Scott we'll make best friends with this fucker.
Yeah.
And hopefully he remembers us when WrestleMania and SummerSlam come
out. It's not going to be if he remembers you guys. It's just going to be how many times you guys will come do this.
Yeah. So Scott wants to hit the cigar bar Burn while we're down there.
Yeah.
So, because I've never been down there, so
I've never been to a cigar bar.
I drove by it. I've seen it.
Okay, Scott
I don't even know what it is.
Scott said it's incredible, and he wants to try to hit that while we're down there. The Friday, it's on Saturday the 1st. Friday night SmackDown is at Gamebridge the night before. So, those guys are gonna be in Indianapolis, all fucking. They'll probably get to Indianapolis Wednesday or Thursday, and do press and do all sorts of shit.
They're gonna be getting dinner and going.
I may have to take the whole week off of work.
He's just gonna be down there with his phone out,
I'll be Savini Comics is closed this week.
I'll call off work to cover the shop for you.
Nick's gotta be at Indianapolis all week trying to meet celebrities. So
it was fun. I find it funny. It's not the same thing, but you mentioned running into people and meeting people. They didn't see us, but I saw Mike and Reiko yesterday in Lafayette.
Oh, did you?
We were walking out of a store, and they came walking out of the store and beelined it somewhere else, and I was just like, "That's Mike and Reiko."
That's funny. Yeah, we he came in this week and got all his books. So yeah. I told you need to get Remy, if you're listening, to come to fucking Magic. He needs to come to Magic. They'll enjoy it. They would enjoy it if I could get them to come. They're just afraid that everybody's super competitive. I spatballed the idea of...
You gotta find out, man. Communication. Again, we're gonna go back to communication here. Or if you walk up to a table and you just ask motherfuckers, "Are you playing nasty shit?" I'm like, "No, man, good pug."
See, I spatballed the idea of we just need to invite him over to the house one Sunday after a podcast. And, all of us just play. Because, we don't play mean. We don't play competitive. We just play and have fun. Dude, to expand on your thought to the group chat or did you send it? I don't know if you sent it to me and Levi or the whole entire group chat about Box Commander.
Oh, yeah. I just sent it to you guys because I haven't really figured out all the details and we haven't talked about it in person. So I have some ideas.
It is definitely way easier now because they used to try to do that in old sets and there was never enough legendary creatures.
So there's some ways that we could fix that.
Have you guys, because I don't know about you, but as I get those and send them to the group chat, they're just all over my Facebook reels now. Like, it's all magic.
Oh, well, yeah.
So,
really?
That's how an
Yeah.
algorithm works.
It's a lot of magic. I ran across...
I made Kyla's algorithm arcane.
It was...
And she hates arcane.
It was... I found one and I didn't send it to the group, but I thought it was a cool concept. It was just flashing cards. And it was you had to take a screenshot of the spinning. Like, it was just flashing through legendary creatures. And
that's your commander.
You had to hit a screenshot and then go to your photos. And when you went to your photos, whatever you took a screenshot of, that was your commander that you had to build a commander deck
That's
with.
pretty fun.
And I was like, that's pretty cool. If you had enough cards to do that with, or, that would be a cool concept.
That's even a fun concept of we could do something like that, like find a video like that, and then go, besides for the commander, because you don't know what commander you're going to get. Some are 30 cents, some are $5. Besides for the commander, the deck's $100 or less, $50 or less. Because it doesn't matter the collection as long as it's easy for us to get all the cards.
You could do something really fucking stupid.
Well, I'm down for stupid.
And
I'm stupid.
You guys have so many decks. You take a screenshot, and whatever deck you have that you can replace flip commanders, you just play that commander.
Oh, God, that'll end up so bad sometimes, though.
You got an angel deck that you end up with like an elf fucking commander.
The problem.
I was going to say, the problem could end up in, like, all right, I have, like, Chatterfang. Say I get a green-black commander, and I swap out Chatterfang. Well, now I'm just never going to play the commander, and I'm just going to play the deck without the commander. Like,
yeah, that's where I was about to go.
That's the only issue I see with that, is there's too easy of ways to make it so it's like, yeah, I'm playing the commander, but I'm not playing the fucking commander.
The instant I get a Jeskai fucking commander, I'm gonna be like, well, I'll take Captain America out, and then you're just gonna have to deal with Iron Man in a minute.
Yeah. And everything else based around that shit.
Yeah, I get that. I guess I get that.
Or like, I have a Selesnya enchantment deck, which I'm getting ready to take apart, but there are 10 legendary creatures that function as the commander. I mean, you just swap any of them out. It's literally a pick your fucking favorite kind of thing.
The thing we could do is all us three and then whoever our guest would be for the gameplay, we all gather all of our decks together, count them up, however many it is, roll dice accordingly, and you just get whatever deck you get.
Okay, well, you're going to need a lot of dice because I've got over 20.
Well, yeah. So I have...
Oh, yeah, you could just put numbers on them.
Well, yeah,
and whatever you roll.
We start top left to bottom right, going left to right, and then say we have 56. You roll 3d20s. If you end up with 57, 58, 59, or 60, you just re-roll. Because it's really unlikely you're going to get that. And then boom, we can now, like, that's another fun way to mix shit up.
Yeah, that would be fun.
With also, we don't have to invest a bunch of money in decks we're going to play.
Yeah, because I was thinking, because that's what I was thinking. If you, even if you put a $50 limit on, I'm not going to go out and buy a deck because I just don't have, there's no desire for me to go out and spend money and buy a deck.
You just scan the cards you have and calculate the value of what you already own.
Yeah,
but his issue is his collection isn't as vast as yours because he doesn't necessarily always use the shop's collection.
Yeah, right. Or I could use the shops, but I'm still limited with cards. At the shop,
use the shops and then sell the deck.
I could do that.
It's a pre-made deck.
I had thought about doing that, is start building pre-made decks and just, because I have a lot of people that come in and are like, ask me if I have commander decks, and they want the pre-cons, but it'd be nice if I could just turn around and say, I don't have any pre-cons, but I have these pre-made decks that I did with cards that I had.
I was going to say we could do that, and then also try to implement that into Pints and Pages, so that way you can also be like, hey, I have these decks. You can see how they function.
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
So it's also like an advertising selling point, and then it'd take a little bit of extra work, but I could cut up clips and be like, yeah, see, look, it does this, it does that. Yeah. It's got graveyard recursion, it's got this, or whatever the hell.
It's got too many board wipes.
You can never have too many board wipes.
You absolutely can. It's called more than two.
So,
in your.
Have you ever watched the Command Zone?
The best was
Build a deck.
me and Brett racing.
Yeah.
They
Racing to
suggest
find
like 6.
No, they suggest 2 to 3.
Is it?
I'll put money on it, and they actually.
I could have swore it was a higher number than 2 to 3.
They went down, and they went down to like 2 was like most of their ideal, and then they went back up to 3 because there's been so many token creation decks. But my thing is,
I could have swore it was more than that. You're probably correct. I'm not betting money on it.
Yeah, I got the fucking spreadsheets and stuff.
I was gonna say I know how you are.
The best was me and Brett trying to race to find that Chris Pratt clip for the.
Oh yeah.
I wipe and I wipe and I wipe.
So here's my thing when it comes to board wipes. I'm always voting for more than 2 to 3 because I do lean towards 6, 7, 8, but not board
or anything.
No,
not board wipes, but board resets. So like Cyclonic Rifts, Rivers Rebukes, where it technically wipes the board, but I'm not destroying your shit. I'm not exiling your shit. I just want it out of my way for a turn or 2.
I don't mind that as much.
That's why I kind of like they're board wipes, or as I like to call them, resets, because it causes everyone to, all right, let me put everything back in my hand, reset, figure out what the fucking issue was that got me targeted.
Right.
It's just the reason why the count should be that low is because you have 4 players.
And I do
4 players have 6. That means you've got 24 fucking board wipes, and that is stupid.
And that's why I caveat it with stuff like Cyclonic's Rift and Rivers Rebuke, where it's not wiping, it is wiping, but it's not destroying, it's not exiling it, it's not completely fucking you, because you still have it in your hand, you can still play it, you can still reuse it, but it does get it out of, like, if we're in a sticky situation, and say I pulled a counter spell, alright, I'm at Cyclonic's Rift, and then you had the problem piece, when you go to play it, I'll just counter it.
Right.
Those are where I like to sit more on that side, but I still run more of those than what most people consider appropriate for board wipes.
Yeah, I get that.
I
always seem to pull a board wipe in my beginning hand.
Yeah, you do have an issue with that.
Which I just
in our games it always ends up like
too many. If there's 2 to 3,
well,
you
it's
pull
like even Morska, like, which is a precon. I feel like
you have fucked Morska out of a precon. Do not.
That's not a precon.
There are more cards you have added to that deck than there are from the original precon, and I will put money on that one.
Okay, maybe. But I still feel like I get a board wipe every time I pull a set, and I don't feel like
cards.
That's probably.
I was gonna say that's her thing.
I feel like I pull a board wipe early in the game, always. So
that also
now that one I actually like.
Not saying you aren't good at shuffling, but that's also just comes down to sometimes you have a bad shuffle, or because of the fact you've played them so much, because you draw so much, it just ends up getting back to the front.
I'll tell you what, though, it's really not. If I can help it, if I can board wipe early and get everybody to reset with Morska, I can ramp quicker than everybody else.
Yes.
So, like, I honestly, that's why I hold on to it, and I usually board wipe early if I can, because I can ramp faster than everybody else, especially if I haven't brought her out yet.
And that's another thing, and that I actually got 2 points, that's another thing, is I think early board wipes are way different than later game board wipes. Like, if 2 board wipes get dropped, like, within the first 3 or 4 turns, because someone, like, popped off with tokens, like I do Chatterfang, or he pops off with Morska, or whatever the fuck, I can see that, and I find that a little more acceptable than 2 or 3 in the later game, where it's like, all right, we've got these grand boards reset, build up the grand boards reset, and we're trying to just end a fucking game.
Like somebody,
But also, I've noticed the other issue, because thinking about when I used to play back in high school compared to when we've gotten back into it now that you've opened the shop, it's the type of board wipes they print. The staple of board wipe back when I played, and I say that like it was 10, 15 years ago. It was
long enough in Magic.
It's 6 to 8 years ago, but the staple board wipe were Wrath of God, Damnation, and Cyclonic Rift. Do you notice how only one of those touches anything other than creatures? Wrath of God is white. It's 2 white, 3 generic, destroy all creatures. Damnation is 2 black, 2 generic, destroy all creatures. Cyclonic Rift, return all non-land permanents to their owner's hands if you overload it.
Yeah.
It's the only one that touches non-creatures. For the longest time, we didn't have a way to... And Vandal Blast. We didn't have a way to mass wipe graveyards, artifacts,
Well, like
enchantments,
Farewell
creatures.
and Blasphemous Act. It's just
Well, no, Blasphemous Act is still a good one. It only targets creatures.
no creatures.
Austere Command.
Austere Command.
Blasphemous Edict now. But
Yeah,
that's
Blasphemous
weird.
Edict.
Works different.
You have Farewell. Now, Navineral's Disc has always been around, but it is seeing more play now than it ever used to, because I've also seen the price of it, and not really go up because it has been reprinted, but I've been seeing it used more in deck lists ever than
It's
I
an
used
artifact that just board wipes.
to. It
You
destroys
pay it.
creatures, enchantments, and artifacts.
An artifact that does that. That's terrible.
It enters
It's
tap.
a-
It's a 4-drop, enters tapped, tap 4, tap it, destroy all of that.
It's an Egra.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that way I can just destroy all the artifacts and that's your creatures too, because it turns them into creatures.
I saw something the other day. Are they considering, is Wizards of the Coast considering banning the One Ring?
No, people will just talk shit. It's all.
Ooh,
fucking
we're talking
bad.
about Magic. I don't know if you've seen this, and I want opinions because I've seen both sides. Did you see what they're doing with Aether Drift?
Yes.
Did you see what they're doing?
No, but I do have pre-orders.
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
They renamed the plane. I don't remember the new name of the plane.
Avishkar.
Avishkar. It used to be called the...
Car in it for a race. Yeah.
The old set was called Kaladesh, and it was based on the plane Kaladesh. And it was supposed to be an India-themed set. After they released it, they found out in certain dialects of Hindu, Kaladesh was an inappropriate word. I do not know the extent of that. I don't want to...
It was black. Kala means black. That's it. It's just the color. It is literally their word for the color fucking...
Okay. See, I could not find a real explanation for it, but I saw all over... And now Twitter is Twitter, but I saw all over Twitter that it was like a very big ordeal in India, the fact that it was called Kaladesh, and people weren't, like, specifically...
No, it wasn't a deal at all. Nobody said a
so
fucking
Twitter's...
word. Nobody has said a word.
So Twitter freaked out about it over nothing.
They hired a consulting firm that came in and told them, hey, that means black in Indian, you should change it. Or Hindi, sorry.
Okay, so you know more about it than I do.
Yes, it is a complete... They hired an outside consulting firm to come in and basically look at the fucking PC bullshit of all their stuff they put out. And they took one of the most favorite sets of Magic and renamed it because some, I guarantee, person of fucking color, and I don't want to go down this route, made a big deal about it in that fucking meeting. And that's the only time it ever has been made a big deal.
I was going to
guarantee it.
I was around when the set, like I was actively playing when the set came out, never heard a thing about it. I only saw Wizards posts and then Twitter comments. And I know Twitter is what Twitter
You
is.
see what the secondhand market's done on Kaladesh boxes right now?
No, I haven't.
They went from 300 and change up to 900 for a draft box.
That,
Because they changed the fucking name.
Yeah.
Like all this stuff. Like you telling me that you had full, honest, easygoing intentions to go in and change something, claiming it was racist even though nobody in the fucking world said it was. And then your secondary market's doing shit like that, and you're going to tell me that like you were just trying to protect people's feelings who had never gotten hurt by the issue? Like, what the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so it's...
I'm glad you knew more about this than I
Oh,
did.
I've been deep into that fucking... anytime...
See, we hadn't
that
talked
shit
about
comes
it in the
in,
group
yeah.
chat, so I didn't know how much you knew about
Yeah.
it. I figured you didn't know that much
The
about it.
Aether Drift set itself looks fucking
Oh yeah, I'm
cool.
so excited for Aether Drift.
And they're bringing back 2 planes that we've all wanted to go to, Kaladesh being one of them, and then Amonkhet. We're going back to Amonkhet.
Oh, we're going back to Amonkhet?
Amonkhet is one of the race locations, so it's Amonkhet,
Yes!
Miragonda, the one that's only been mentioned in flavor text.
Yep.
for fucking 20 years or some crazy shit. Like, it's on Future Sight cards, the name. And then, I can't remember if there was more than that, but I know that Val Gavoth let Winter out to go race.
Okay.
Which is
You know
fucking
all
weird.
that lore shit.
Yeah. Val Gavoth released him to... So, here's the thing, is they haven't talked too much about the story, but if he let him out of fucking Duskmore to go race, that's because he wants that fucking Aether Spark to turn Val Gavoth into a Planeswalker at their next set. I wouldn't be surprised if he won, because he's the new Phyrexian invasion.
Oh.
So
Like,
here's
that's what I'm thinking.
here's
That
what
makes,
I got.
I mean, you explaining it, that makes sense.
Here's what I got on my thing. Start your engines. Take the driver's seat for the most dangerous and most exciting race in the multiverse. Go for the gold to win the glorious Aether Spark and speed past other extreme racers like Adachek and Darady
They're ready.
to claim your prize or die trying. Aether Drift is the first standard legal MTG set of 2025, taking place across 3 planes. This unique set is unlike other Magic's past, dubbed a travel log set by head designer Mark
Because we're
Rosewater.
going to all the different...
This set will certainly start 2025 off with a bang. If you've been wishing MTG was a bit more Fast and Furious, Aether Drift,
We're getting
Yeah,
Fast and
actually,
Furious.
Chandra is
References.
racing to try to get Nessa a device that can basically give her a Planeswalker spark.
Vin Diesel card, if you control a family, you win a game.
Yeah. They got play boosters,
Yep.
collector
I don't know how much
boosters.
TFT you play, but I'm surprised they haven't made jokes about that.
Only
TFT.
only 2 commander
Fair enough.
decks.
Yeah,
Only
and
two?
they seem kind of weird.
Eternal Might and Living Energy. We got a white,
It's
blue,
another
black,
Esper.
and a green, blue, red. The green, blue, red says stockpile energy, charge up artifact creatures,
Energy-based racing vehicles.
and Internal Might is burn through cards, grow
I
that
still
mummy army.
Yeah. Esper, Greyguard. Oh, breaking the hole.
I love Esper. So
I love the color combo, but I'm like,
Yeah, they didn't do anything different with
So
it.
then they have.
I'm
they
very intrigued that
have,
they
have
put
the bundles,
instead of green, instead of white, they put green into the energy.
but
Which
then,
they did have
it's
green.
because they released 2 Jeskai fucking energy decks in the
and
same
then
year.
they have the finish line bundle,
That looks cool.
which has 2 collector boosters, 6 play boosters, a first place box topper, 15 regular land cards, 5 gold foil POV lands, 3 foil Magic exclusive cards, 2 reference cards, 5 Magic stickers, an oversized spin down dice, and a setup box.
If you got any of those, save one back for me.
Yeah,
Okay. I haven't ordered any of this stuff yet.
Well, order one for me.
I like that
So
set.
now that they're doing these newer boosters, the thank you, please, thank you. Since I liked the booster boxes or fat pack. I call them fat packs. People can flame me if they want, because that's what they used to be called. I've always enjoyed them, but since they came out with collector boosters, I don't necessarily like buying them because I prefer to if I'm buying boosters, I prefer to just buy collector boosters. I buy Dad's boosters in the shops just to help him out.
Yeah.
Now that they're starting to do, hey, we're going to do these boosters, these fat packs with collector boosters in them too. I don't care if you charge $10, $15 more. I'll fucking buy them because you're giving me value in it.
Well, and they put gold border cards.
They're putting gold border cards. They give
The
extra.
box topper packs have 2 cards in them, by
Yep.
the way, too.
Yep.
Instead of the traditional one.
Oh,
So
really?
you'll have a box topper and collector boxes, draft boxes, and they will have 2 cards in them.
I'm so glad we're going back to box toppers.
I don't know why they would take something like that away. Because for one, it's a good resource for stores. You get prizes or singles to sell off your toppers, man, when you open them. And then also, like, you just paid for an entire fucking box. You should be rewarded with more than just the fact that, like, you got the whole box.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
I
spent
agree.
the money to buy an entire box instead of pack here and there. So since I saved my money, I should get a little fucking...
And on the store
A
side,
little token.
Yeah.
I like it because on the store side, say you were a bigger store, you were running more tournaments, you buy boxes. All right, I'm going to give out packs for prizes. I get a box topper that a lot of the times the box toppers are guaranteed to be pretty good cards that hold their value pretty well. Typically. Sometimes we've had some shit ones. And that's kind of guarantee value. That's like, all right, even though I'm giving away these boxes and I did get entry price or entry money and this and that, it's another kind of, all right, I know I'm getting something out of this. It helps the stores. It helps people that just buy boxes on their own.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
right.
just a nice thing that they took away for a while that I never understood.
Yeah.
Because I know it was a big thing when they added them, because that was something that made my playgroups, my old playgroup, they already bought boxes, but it was another incentive where they were like, man, I really want this box topper or this chance of these different box toppers, because it's normally a pool of stuff.
Right.
Well, you sit down with your buddies and you all pitch in a fucking box. You rip your packs and draft, and then whoever fucking wins gets the topper.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
Yeah. It adds an element that you just got to think, I need to get the store... I honestly, I need to get a hold of Jessica. I need to get a hold of Jessica from down the hall, because she did one of those fast track videos, you know, for the whole entire bonus level, where she took a picture of, like, where she did, like, a video of the upstairs and walked the hallway and walked down the hall and like sped it up. And I don't know how to do any of that, but she's really good at it, and I need to ask her if she can help do a video of that does the whole store and covers the bathroom. That way I can send it into Wizards and say, hey, listen, this is... Because that's been their biggest complaint the 3 times I've tried to become a store, is that they don't like my video. Like, their complaints are always, my video doesn't give enough information, or it's too long, or it doesn't show what it needs to show.
They've given enough information, but it's too long.
Yeah,
Did you close your eyes through half of it?
Yeah, it's weird.
I'll also look, and I'll do some Googling to see if stores have mentioned how they've gotten it. If like that's
I think that's the biggest thing, is the video. They never like my videos, so I just figured I'd go to Jessica, who's really good at that shit, and ask if she can do one real quick.
I was gonna say you can do that, or depending on what the length is that they're wanting, I can put it in my editing software, hit ×2 speed and just, or 1.5 speed, and just process it and give it back to you.
Okay, all right, maybe that.
I mean, either way works. If you like, Jessica knows what she's doing more than I do, so
right, yeah.
I'm just learning how to do a lot of this shit.
They've complained about something the whole entire time, and like I just want to, I think. Last time they got a hold of me, because I think they probably got my name from me just buying Magic all the, being a store that's not a part of the network. But every time, like I said, every time I send them a video, there's something about it they don't like.
Part of a better network.
So
Part of
WPN one.
Yeah.
Turds.
I know.
I
do pretty well for not being a part of the WPN.
Well, here's what's funny.
I got a question. Can you call someone?
Do
they give you a number of so you can be like, hey, motherfucker, what do you want?
Everything through Wizards is, even when they fucked up my cat dog deck, everything's through. There's no number. Everything's through email or messenger.
Oh.
People don't want to talk on the phone no more.
I'm gonna find their headquarters. I'll make someone talk.
So I'll have to.
That's not a threat. I just want everyone to know that.
You'll make him talk. Hey, sir, you got a minute? No, he talked.
Yeah, exactly. See, I made him talk.
Like I told you guys, the focus for the new year is like the store and things that we can control.
And this fun social media.
And I think becoming a part of the WPN, although I don't think I need it, would be a good thing to have.
The problem is attendance numbers play a big factor, because if you can't get enough people to fire events, they'll take it away from you.
Well, yeah, that's true. Because I'm never going to be able to do a pre-release on a Friday because I won't get enough people.
I was going to say that might be an issue of the fact that their big thing is Friday Night Magic.
Yeah, maybe I don't even want to mess with it and just stay where I'm at.
And this, in my personal opinion, just based on attendance numbers, because we only do monthly, we don't do weekly typically.
I don't even do monthly, really.
Yeah, we do setly at this point.
Yeah. Well, doing monthly is just hard. Well, right now it's hard because of the holidays.
Yeah.
I mean, after the first of the year, I think it'll be easier. Like, we'll definitely do monthly come the end of January. You know what I mean? I think January, February, March.
I think that might be a
month.
goal we try to do, is just do one every month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
and maybe I set it like, hey, third Saturday every month or third Saturday every month, we're going to do fucking Magic.
But it's one of those things of, unless you get any kind of benefit besides just Wizards acknowledging you, I don't really see the fucking point of it.
Yeah, I don't think you get...
Like, unless they're going to give you some kind of discount.
They give you free shit.
Do they?
Out the ass.
They do,
You get
but...
a lot of free shit from Wizards for being a WPN, but you also have to do things...
You have to do things
with
their
that
way.
free shit.
Yeah. Yeah, which I don't... To both your points, I don't know that I don't know that I have enough people to pull that off.
Yeah.
Not at the
Not right
moment,
now.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I think as we get... I mean, you're a new store. As we get the store to
Yeah.
grow and as things continue on, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, even then, I wonder if it's just easier or more beneficial to just buy boxes and do your own. We're doing prizes this way. We're doing this way. Instead of... Because I know... Not as of right now, I don't know details. But I know in the past, people have been very irritated with the way Wizards decides to do tournament rankings and tournaments this and how they structure things.
You only need 8 players.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's not bad.
Eight's the hard... Yeah. Yeah.
That's not bad.
The only issue is it's Friday.
Well, that's an old one.
But...
Might be more now.
Okay, me and Seth would only be able to do pre-releases, but those are the big events, because pre-release starts at midnight on Friday. Typically. It used to.
No, it don't anymore.
Really?
Pre-releases is like... Fucking
They used to make us wait.
6 o'clock, or... Yeah, 6 o'clock, I think, is pre-release at Kingdom.
One of the favorite stories of the family and with Dad is my brother Dakota, who's the nerdiest of nerds. When he got really into Magic, they went to a pre-release. Because it didn't start at midnight, they didn't get home till 6:30, 7 in the morning on a Saturday morning. So the family, if you remember, was all blown shit up to Dakota. Oh, were you out partying doing this and that? And he's like, no, I'm at a Magic store playing Magic.
Yeah.
My buddy Gavin actually got grounded over that because he didn't come home till 6 the next morning.
Well, and see,
Because they used to start them because technically the set didn't release until Saturday. Release date was Saturday, not Friday.
Now it's Friday.
Well, and it's also a week. Pre-release is a week before the set releases as well.
Oh, yes, that's
So,
right. It's a week before.
I don't know what the fuck they were thinking back then. They were pretty smart to fucking change it.
I was just, that is one, and I don't know if that was nationwide. I just remember both Kokomo, Lafayette stores, both of them, midnight was start time on Friday. There was pre-release throughout the entire weekend, Saturday, and then Sunday was always Two-Headed Giant. But Friday was midnight. Everyone showed up at, you would see guys roll in with fucking 6 packs of fucking Monster and shit because they knew they were going to be up all goddamn night playing.
Yeah, I wouldn't have ever once went to a fucking pre-release. There's not a single fucking time I would.
It was a commitment back then.
Yeah.
It was almost like a video game release, but every set.
Well,
you were there to wait. There would be times people would show up, if it was a big set. I remember Dominaria. We were lined up. Now, granted, the stores are nice. They didn't close the doors because this was also wintertime, so we were all inside. But we were all lined up at the counter from 11:30 until midnight just to get our box, just to put in our pre-release, and then some of us to buy boxes. I bought a box that year for that set. But it used to be intense on how it was done.
Right.
And it was horrible times.
Yeah, I would have not.
That sparked a fun memory in my head. I remember that Dominaria pre-release. Except Hold 'em Ox Amber. And at that time, they were $90 a piece.
What are they now?
I don't know.
120.
Yeah. I was just saying, I know they've went up. I traded mine instantly.
No.
I got amazing value, and their cards I specifically was using in Feldegriff to this day before I tore Feldegriff apart.
What time are we at?
Oh,
Nate?
shit. They went down.
5506.
5506.
Box Hammer.
Oh, damn, we didn't even talk about Rivals.
We didn't even talk about Rivals.
It's all right. We'll do it another time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
To be continued next
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was what, our Magic rant?
Yeah, pretty much.
Magic and wrestling.
Magic and wrestling. Yeah.
And
Wrestling
my
magic.
my
Tapped
involuntary my involuntary flex, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to teach them how to flex.
Yeah, we gotta teach Chad how to flex.
So
One of my biggest flexes I used to own a knife on CSGO. See, he understands that.
Was it like fucking
It was a
the cost of a car?
no. I had a nice fuck, what was my butterfly knife? I don't even remember what fucking camo it was, but it was only like $300.
Yeah, the fucking knives. CSGO skins are the
To
most.
put it, a podcast I listened to, one of the hosts, before they released CSGO 2, bought a knife. He sold his car to buy the knife.
Jesus.
He spent $17,000 on a virtual knife.
Skin.
That specific one
Dumb
has
as
went
shit.
down. It's down to $16K.
That is dumb
But-
as shit.
For the most part, all the other ones doubled in price. So, like, the most expensive, like, I could buy a house with the most expensive skin in CSGO.
That is
Yeah.
dumb
A
as
Dragon Lore, you're looking at, like, over $100,000. Yeah.
Something that's made.
And you know what's funny? They've been around
Legit.
way before the whole crypto shit.
They are.
And everyone-
crypto.
Yeah, well, everyone made fun of NFTs and all of that hype train, and I make fun of NFTs, but I am all down for CSGO skins, and they're just NFTs on a fucking gun.
Yeah, basically.
He
You are
doesn't,
buying the concept of a knife.
he doesn't even
in a
understand
different-
any of
Yeah,
this.
it's stupid.
shit.
And you have to open chests, and you got to buy the chest, but then you got to buy.
No,
the
you don't
keys.
buy the chest, you buy the key.
You buy the key. That's right. But you have to get the chest from playing.
Just playing. You get them as you play.
And you don't. They're not all good. The same quality of chest.
No, different chests have different skins in them, and some chests
Yeah.
are worth more than others, and eventually they discontinue chests, and then those chests will go up in price. But you wouldn't know that because for the most part, a chest is worth like a cent until they discontinue them. And then if the skins inside of them, people like those skins, since it's discontinued, then the price will go up. But
Yeah.
if people don't like those skins, the price stays at a cent.
So RNG on RNG with a little more RNG and gambling.
It's all gambling. All of it is like, there's 5 layers of gambling just for a skin.
Just to open one.
Yeah, just to open.
Just
to
open and
open
get
one.
a shitty one.
And no matter what crate you have, as long as it's a crate in rotation and not a discontinue one, it costs you $2.50 to open it. $2.50 a crate.
Dumb.
Actually, it's $2.49, but if you add in the sales tax, it's $2.60
Yeah. Well,
How do you even sell them?
on the Steam Marketplace. Oh, I've sold skins. Yeah, that used to be a little hobby I had in high school, but you hit one bad roll and then all of a sudden you have no money in
So
it. And
you don't even sell them in the game they come in.
no,
You sell them in a client that launches that game.
yeah,
So what in the fuck, man?
well, yeah, because when you open it in the game, it's not in your game. It's not in your game account.
Yeah.
It is in the Steam account. But that's only because Valve made Steam, Valve made Counter-Strike, so
Yeah.
it's all integrated together because the same company made them together.
Yeah. I think if you get
And do you
one
know
of these
why they
good-ass
did it this
skins,
way?
They need to send you a real gun in the mail.
Do you know why they did it this way?
Why?
Because no matter what you do, no matter if you're only trading 2-cent skins, Steam makes a percent of every
I was
sale.
gonna say because Steam probably makes a percentage. of
Which
the
is
sale.
Valve, who owns both Steam and CSGO.
So if we were to trade skins,
Valve makes a percentage of it.
but what if it's 1 penny?
So if we trade skin for skin, it's nothing.
Okay, what
But
if
if
I
I-
sell a skin for a penny?
It won't let you.
Greedy bastards.
It'll let you think you will get a penny, but it'll list it as 2 cents. They'll take a cent, you get a cent.
Oh, so you can't. Yeah, see, greedy fuckers.
Greedy fuckers. Wow. Wow. All right.
But that's also, it's kind of the catch-22 with Steam. Now that's their own game,
Yeah.
so just greedy bastards. But the fun thing with Steam is they are very much for game developers. Because, like, for example, making a game. If you make a game and you want to put it on Steam, it costs you $100. Once your game surpasses, if it's a free-to-play game, once it surpasses a certain number of players played, or if it's a paid game, once you get that $100, like once enough people pay $100 for the game, they'll give you your money back.
But only after they've taken enough of their own.
Yeah, after they've gotten enough of their own cut, but it's more of like a rental or I don't know how to put
You're
it.
betting on yourself.
Yeah, you're putting a bet on yourself.
You're betting on
I'll
yourself.
put $100
You're
down.
Pete Rosing it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Who should be in the Hall of Fame, by the way.
yeah, it's one of those things of like, as much as Steam is greedy bastards, they are very much still for gamers and for the game developers, and they do help us out a lot. But they will take their cut every part of the way.
Yeah.
But you offer a free service. What do you expect?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we good.
I think we're
I think
good.
we killed this hour.
I think we're good. I think one of my legs is asleep.
Yeah.
So
That's why I've been
I
rotating
need
all the
some
time.
air.
yeah.
Some fresh air.
Yeah, you had a rough night last night.
Okay, this has been a good conversation.
Yeah.
Actually, honestly, of Pints and Pages. I'm Nick,
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi.
and we will see you next time. And don't forget that if you love Indiana football, Notre Dame versus
Yeah.
IU next Friday, it'll be fantastic. I love the Irish, but go Hoosiers.
And use your communication.
Use your communication.
Always communicate.